Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've watched the last video, the war declaration. If you haven't, there's a link in the description below, or you can click the information card on the top right. Today we have lots of new phones to cover, so get ready. It's going to be a long one. Beginning with the Samsung Galaxy M01. It has a 5.7-inch display. It has 32GB of storage and 3GB of RAM. It has a 13-megapixel dual camera setup. It has a 5-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4000 mAh battery and comes in black, blue and red. This one costs about €105. Next up, we have the Honor Play 4 and Play 4 Pro. The Play 4 has a 6.81-inch display. It has 128GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a 64-megapixel quad camera setup and a 16-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4300 mAh battery with 22.5 watt fast charging. It comes in black, blue and light blue and costs about €250. Meanwhile, the Play 4 Pro has a 6.57-inch display. It has 128GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a 40-megapixel dual camera and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4200 mAh battery with 40 watt fast charging. It has an infrared temperature sensor that can be used to check people's temperature. This is especially useful during the COVID-19 pandemic. This phone comes in black, blue and light blue. It costs about €360. Up next is the Vivo X50 series. The X50 has a 6.56-inch display with HDR10 Plus and a 90Hz refresh rate. It has 128 to 256GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a 48-megapixel quad camera and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4200 mAh battery with 33 watt fast charging. It comes in black, blue and pink. It costs about €440. Then we have the X50 Pro. It has a 6.56-inch display with HDR10 Plus and a 90Hz refresh rate. It has 128 to 256GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a 48-megapixel quad camera and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4350 mAh battery with 33 watt fast charging. It has an under-the-display fingerprint sensor and it comes in dark blue and light blue. This one costs about €600. Next, it's the X50 Pro Plus. It features a 6.56-inch display with HDR10 Plus and a 120Hz refresh rate. It has from 128 to 256GB of storage and 8 to 12GB of RAM. It has a 50-megapixel quad camera and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4315 mAh battery with 44 watt fast charging. It has an under-the-display fingerprint sensor and it comes in blue and brown. It is priced at €630. Now we have the Motorola E. It has a 6.2-inch display. It has 32GB of storage and 2GB of RAM. It has a 13-megapixel dual camera and a 5-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 3550 mAh battery. It comes in midnight blue and costs about €130. Then we have the Motorola G Fast. It has a 6.4-inch display. It has a 32GB of storage and 3GB of RAM. It has a 16-megapixel triple camera and an 8-megapixel selfie camera. It has a 4000 mAh battery with 10 watt charging. It comes in pearl white and costs about €180. Finally, we have the Oppo Reno 4 and Reno 4 Pro. The Reno 4 has a 6.43-inch display. It has from 128 to 256GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a 48-megapixel triple camera and a 32-megapixel dual selfie camera. It has a 4000 mAh battery with 65 watt fast charging. It has an under-display fingerprint sensor. It comes in black, blue and purple and is priced at €370. The Reno 4 Pro has a 6.55-inch display with HDR10 Plus and a 90Hz refresh rate. It has from 128GB to 256GB of storage and 8 to 12GB of RAM. It has a 48-megapixel triple camera and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. It has an under-the-screen fingerprint sensor. It comes in black, white, blue, pink and green. It is priced at €470. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, comment down below what you would like me to change in the next one. If you want to know more about the phones in this video, there are always links in the description below. That's it for this week. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.